No man do they call me. My mother and my father, and all my comrades as well. Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a video like this for a while, and given current events, I think this is as good a time as any to talk about commenting on quote-unquote politics. There are some pretty big things happening in the world right now, and many people are understandably expressing their opinions. I certainly have my own opinions on many issues, and I believe in them very passionately. But the long and short of this video is, I don't think my Warhammer 40k fanfiction channel is the most appropriate place to post political opinions. Now, some people might point out that Warhammer 40k has its roots in political satire. You have imperial iconography, Christian Gothic imagery, Soviet and fascist imagery. The setting is not exactly subtle in its use of these things. And you can see that from the way units look, to propaganda posters, to galactic conflicts that have historical equivalents. There's a lot of space there for satire, and a lot of commentary that comes out of that. I would say that I do have political commentary in my works. Core Imperi 5 started out as a one-off joke about an Ogren planetary governor, and it slowly evolved, and now it's essentially become a 40k-style satire of liberal democracy. And it's, I guess you could say it's a bit more leaning towards a satire of European systems, just given the multiple parties and kind of the nonsense that's gone on with that. That wasn't really deliberate. That was just so more people could participate. However, I prefer to comment on patterns of political behavior rather than making a one-for-one parody of a specific current political situation or issue. There's a few reasons I've chosen to do this. First, I am more of a fan of history than I am a close follower of current events. Everything's kind of too muddled, emotions are too high, the information is too confusing. I sort of prefer when historians are able to sit down, analyze a period of time with a more complete set of information, and then kind of put the events together in that way. But, the bottom line is I'm not knowledgeable enough to properly comment on current events. Other people know more than me. And it's not like there aren't lots of people making political commentary videos. Or at least, I don't think I can contribute in a way that I think adds something to the discussion. Second, I don't think people enjoy stories that represent a specific event unless you're writing historical fiction. I don't want the point of an entire story to be a metaphor for the Russian-Ukraine conflict that's going on right now. I prefer to indirectly comment on politics and human nature and existentialism and the search for meaning and faith and everything that's really important that 40k touches on. Talking about current issues feels presumptuous on my part. And I also think those stories will feel dated the moment the political climate of the world has changed and move on. I'm not saying that these issues aren't important, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't take action or become involved in local or regional or global politics. I'm simply saying I like having some critical distance when I write my stories instead of writing about things that everyone has really strong opinions and emotions about. Finally, I think my commentary, if I were to post something about an issue, I just think it simply isn't likely to have the effect that I want it to. If I really wanted something to happen in the world and I was like, save the whales, I don't think it's going to have much of an impact. I frequently get annoyed when celebrities endorse different candidates or make big speeches on some political fad movement of the moment. Frequently because they don't know what they're talking about, and the second that's no longer the hot button issue, they'll move on to the next thing that everyone's upset about. And I don't want to be seen that way. Now, to be fair, I don't want to be seen as like a coward who's scared of being canceled or cyberbullied or whatever for their opinions. I mean, I don't want that to happen, but that's not really the reason I don't comment on current events. It's simply not my wheelhouse, and it's not what I created my channel for. I'm here to tell stories and maybe get people to think about their values and what they are and why they have them. Ask some big questions. I also want to tell interesting stories about interesting characters, and I am also here to make squig fart jokes. So I hope that explains why I really don't comment on current events or politics. I really hope all of my listeners are safe. I hope you all are well. And I genuinely hope the best side of humanity wins out in the end, and we get the best sort of world we possibly can. Thank you all for listening. If you like this sort of thing, I do these kind of behind-the-scenes videos on my Patreon. So if you wanted to sign up for that, you can do that in the links below. I hope you all live your best lives. No Man out.